What is going on, guys? It is Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball. Today, we've got a hot one for you. It is Ninja versus Powerhouse.
And why? Because who's the best source for regulators?
Best source for regulators is lonewolfpaintball.com.
You guys thought it was Warren G.
Oh, really regulators, mount up. All right, so a little old school. Mark, we're old.
Old.
Probably got a lot of younger viewers out there. Anyway, so, wow. So Ninja comes out with their brand new Ace Reg. A lot of people out there are talking, that looks just like a Powerhouse. So we are here to kind of break them down for you and talk a little bit about each reg and see what's inside. And before I do that, I'm not getting any, into any legalities, any of that nonsense. I'm just talking reg versus reg. I don't know who's doing what with who right now, but I'm talking Ninja versus Powerhouse. This is what I see here at LWP, baby. Let's go.
Oh boy.
All right, so the new Ace Regulator. Ninja comes out with an aluminum cartridge here. So this is the aluminum one you see in red. They also came out with a steel one as well. Aluminum's retail, this reg retails at $98. So we got that. And then over here we have the Ace Reg by Ninja as well with the steel cartridge. And these ones retail at $118. And then over here, I've got, this one is the infamous version. It's the Powerhouse TKO Regulator and steel cartridge as well. These ones retail at $180. So let's kind of dive into and see where the price differs and what, the actual, competition is per se. Where do you want me to start here, Mark?
Okay, so let's just, we know the aluminum option for $98.
Yep.
Other than that, it's the same as the steel option for the Ninja?
Correct. Obviously, okay. Aluminum's a little bit softer metal, so we can just take the aluminum one. We'll set that off to the side. We're going to go steel to steel, right?
Steel it. Let's set them next to each other. I want to see cosmetics real quick.
Okay.
So Ninja looks a little bit taller.
It is, yes. Yep.
We got burst discs facing me. We both got gauges. We got the air refill line.
I like that you mentioned the burst disc though. So Mark, do you notice I have a TKO Powerhouse here? Let me turn them towards you a little bit. Do you notice anything with the burst disc?
The ones on the Powerhouse are a lot shorter, a little thinner.
Yeah, they are flat. They call those the flat ones, so they don't have any, nothing sticking out, nothing's poking you. So obviously Ninja sticking with their traditional, protruding burst disc compared to the Powerhouse where they're flat. Nothing's going to be sticking out and poking you compared to the Ninja ones. And like you said, yes, the Ninja Reg is a little bit taller.
Okay.
Gauges, what's it looking like? I know Ninja has, there's colors on the gauge.
Correct.
Okay, and then the Powerhouse is just
boring ass numbers.
Okay, well, fair enough.
I like the colors because it's like, oh, I'm in the red. Oh no, I gotta hurry and get to the air fill station.
Exactly, like you know when you guys are running out of air, you can hear it. I'm gonna lay them down real quick, Mark, if you want to take a kind of, I'll hold them up for you a little bit there.
Okay, the threads and the pins look almost identical. Very,
very close. That's why a lot of people wanted to see this video because they're like, so what is actually going on here? Do you want me to kind of, okay, let's talk about air pressures first. So hold on. The Ace Regulator is preset at 550, can go up to 750. And over here with the Powerhouse preset at 450 and can go up to 650.
Correct, or down to 400 if needed.
Correct, so, and that's why I want to talk about the air pressures before I tear into them. A lot of people think, unless you're shooting like an Angel or an autococker, some of the old school guns that need either high or low pressure, like a lot of the modern guns, obviously all internal regulated, you guys really don't need to mess with the adjustments and shims unless you're truly technical and you know exactly what you're doing. Yes, they can be adjusted, both of these regs, via shim or for the TKO Powerhouse, an internal adjustment. You guys just put some air into the tank, put it on your gun. It's gonna do just fine, I promise. Like I said, unless you're shooting some older style markers that require high or low pressure, just put them on and shoot them, man. It's gonna be all right. But
can you show us what a shim looks like?
Yes, I will. So the TKO Powerhouse does not have shims. It has a wave spring and it has an internal adjustment, so you can either buy their tool or you can use needle nose pliers, which I'll show you here in just a second. But let's dive into the shims here. So at the top, very top, before I do that, Mark, these top set screws on both of the regulators are going to be the rotational system here. So if you guys wanted to unloosen only the top set screws, this top steel cartridge will turn. So whenever you screw that onto your gun, you don't have either a gauge or a fill nipple digging into your wrist. So obviously when you get it screwed onto your own personal marker, you can take off these top set screws, adjust the steel cartridge, which I'll show you here in just a second, and that way you guys are not having those gauge or the fill nipple dig into you. So,
okay, dumb question.
Go ahead.
Is it safe for me to loosen those top set screws when there's air in the tank?
No, sir. Make sure you guys are being very, very careful. Obviously, these tanks hold a lot of pressure. So I'm undoing the very bottom ones now. This is how you're going to have access to the spring, the shims, and the piston, and all that good stuff. So that was a 5/64, by the way. So only did the bottom ones, not the top ones. The top ones are only for the rotational adjustment system. So I did the bottom ones. And now we're going to be looking at, Mark said shim. Show me what a shim is. So a shim is going to be right here, either in the bottom cartridge or now here. These, I don't know if you want me to hold them in my hand, Mark. These are the shims that come in the Ace Reg. Those are the shims. A lot of people want to, I'll set those off to the side. They pull it off, they see their spring stack, and they think like, wait, is this a shim? So they're looking at it. No, that's a spring stack. So you can't operate without that bad boy. Then you've got your pin, obviously. So shim adjustment wise.
And if you do accidentally drop the shim stack and get them all discombobulated, we did a video on how to put them back together in the proper orientation so your reg actually worked.
Yeah, and the original ones, yes. But these are the shims. If you guys are trying to adjust pressure, taking some away is going to lower it. Adding some is going to obviously higher it. But it comes with the a small little thin silver one, a lot of people know, and then they've got the blue, or they get the blue thick one. So,
okay, and you get extras when you buy the reg.
100%. So yeah, obviously when you buy, this is what actually comes in brand new in the box. You've got an Allen wrench, extra set screws, O-rings, shims, and then it looks like a reg seat as well in case it goes bad, you know, eventually down the line on you.
Okay.
All right, so what do you want to see now, Mark? You want me to take apart the TKO?
So, okay, so the TKO has the same set screws at the top to rotate the regulator.
Correct, yep.
But it does have the screws to take it apart. If I don't have to replace shims, why would I take it apart?
Well, the only reason you're going to take that apart is because that's how you access the internal adjustment. I'll show you here.
Oh, okay, I still have to take it apart to
yes,
adjust
you have
it.
to, yeah. So once again, the bottom ones, not the top ones, since I don't care about rotating it right now.
So I personally prefer to have a fill nipple into my arm when I play because it makes me feel alive. Like the pain lessens everything else, so the adrenaline's flowing.
Mark, you would say that.
That's pro tip.
Once again, I'm using a 5/64. It's a pro tip. And, oh no, let's see. Okay, there she goes.
Now, I will say the Ninja regulators pretty much only come in black, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas these new Powerhouse seem to have a couple different color varieties.
Custom ones and all sorts of good stuff there. So this is what, we're actually going to kind of line this up here too. This is, you got the wave spring inside of the TKO Powerhouse, and you have your just traditional spring here. So this is what those kind of look like side by side. So you've got the wave spring, supposed to have faster return, so more consistent airflow with the gun. And then Ninja just obviously has their standard spring. Never tested it. I'm not an engineer by any means, so I have no idea if that is truly the case, but obviously you can see I've got a Ninja here. I've got the TKO Powerhouse there. So,
okay, here's the question everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
Can I swap them? Can I put the Ninja spring stack in the Powerhouse?
I'm not diving into that. Once again, I'm not an engineer.
Come on.
You were talking air pressure, Mark.
Oh.
I cannot give any wrong facts on this. I really don't know that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
play it safe, guys.
100% play it.
Yeah.
You're talking a lot of air pressure, man. You just got to be safe out there. Okay, so anyway,
you know I love my part swaps, though.
Yeah. Let me talk about how, obviously I talked about the shims and how you adjust the pressure on the Ninja, and we did a previous video on that already. Let's take a look inside the TKO Powerhouse. Mark, can you get zoomed on in there?
I kind of
You
can.
got a really nice camera. So there's 3 like little notches on here. This is the internal adjustment. They either sell a tool, which I've heard are pretty hard to get, or you can use a pair of needle nose pliers at least latch onto 2 of those holes on the inside, and turning it left or right will either, you know, increase your pressure or decrease it depending on what you guys are looking for. So there's no shims to take out. This, once you get in there with the tool or needle nose pliers, left or right, adjust or lower the pressure depending on what you guys want right inside of there.
All right, guys, buy the tool or find a service rep that has the tool, because I'd be afraid I'd gouge the crap out of the inside with needle nose.
Exactly. It's an expensive regulator. So yeah, and I saw a lot of, there's guys out there that are like 3D printing tools. I don't know how strong that's going to be turning, you know, steel, but okay, fair enough. Just stating that.
Gotcha.
Next thing before I put these regs back together here, Mark, is I think Powerhouse prides themselves on, you need to zoom in right there, right on top of my finger. Do you see all those individual set screw pockets?
Yeah, what are those for?
They go all the way around. So obviously when you're putting in a set screw, it's digging into metal or steel or aluminum, whatever you're making contact with. And this is very, very nice by Powerhouse. And they have individual set screw pockets. So no matter where you're putting this in, those set screws are gonna dig right in. Very, very nice. And it's not gonna move around you at all. We've had a lot of tanks over the years that obviously a set screw just goes into flat metal. And they move, they rotate, you're sliding, diving around, and they start to get loose on you. So Powerhouse took that into consideration and really did a good job with those set screw pockets. Ninja, obviously they're tried and true, but they don't have those. So I'm not, these are both great regs. Both of these are made in the USA. So, but I mean, I'd give it to Powerhouse on this one because Ninja doesn't have that.
Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack for a second.
Go ahead.
So this is the Ninja Ace. Why did we not do the Pro V2?
Well, the Pro V2 is kind of their older technology now. And the Pro V2 only came with the aluminum cartridge and not the steel now. So the Ace is definitely upgraded, has a little bit better technology. Pro V2 is a great reg, still fully adjustable, still has that top rotational system, just a little bit different. But yeah, so now that the Ace has the steel cartridge, I would definitely recommend getting the newer one. So.
All right, guys, so it's your choice. Do you go for the Ninja Steel for the easy and very affordable $120 MSRP? You don't get the little notches when you change the rotation and you have to deal with the burst discs, or do you splurge and treat yourself to the $180 Powerhouse reg, get the extra little notches to lock in your set screws, and only have to use a little tool that we don't know what the retail value is to adjust the pressure. But it comes in more color, so it looks cool.
All right, well, Mark just did the video. We're gonna close it out now. It's Mark and Tony from Lone Wolf. Now, lastly, before we actually do, the Powerhouse actually has a power puck, which is its reg seat that's going to be sitting right inside of there. You don't see it. It's literally like a black little hockey puck that sits right inside.
Somebody got tickled pink when they came up with that name. It's our power puck.
It's the power puck. Regulates the pressure on here. The Ninja on the piston only has that standard reg seat. So over time, obviously, the reg seats on any reg are going to go bad. They're going to get used and abused. So just a little difference. You've got this little tiny, I don't even know if it's showing up on your camera, tiny white ball there. The regulator seat on the Ninja piston. Like I said, the TKO has that Powerhouse, the power puck that sits inside. And I mean,
well, that's brand new, so we don't know how long a power puck's gonna last or not last yet.
Yeah, I mean, they're both, like I said, both great products. These guys are going head to head. They've had some battles before in the past for sure. So both of these are great regs, both made in the USA. So this whole video was just a little kind of breakdown of what is actually going inside of each regulator. Should I buy this one or should I buy that one? Now you kind of seen the features, seen how they come apart, see what they do. So check them both out, guys. They are available on the website. It is lonewolfpaintball.com.
I really think the thumbnail for this has to be power puck versus little white ball.
Oh boy.
See ya.
Bye.